In this video, I am going to explain what is going on under stress for brain system. And I would like to explain why chronic stress makes people fat. Okay, I'm going to focus on two structures in brain. The one is this light green structure. This is hippocampus. This is very important for memory. Okay, hippocampus, memory. And another structure is amygdala. You don't see amygdala in this model, so I prepared something. This is almond. This is amygdala. Etymology of amygdala is from Greek language. Amygdala means almond, right? It's simple, right? So what does amygdala do? Amygdala controls fear feeling. If you feel fear, amygdala filters if it's very dangerous situation. Now it depends on the intensity. Amygdala sends information to various places. So in normal circumstance, how does brain react for stress? Okay, let's say amygdala took fear information. Now it's very dangerous. Then amygdala sends information to adrenal gland via hypothalamus and pituitary gland. But you don't have to worry about pituitary gland and hypothalamus in this video. Anyway, amygdala sends information to adrenal gland. Now, adrenal gland secretes two hormones. One is adrenaline. Two is cortisol. These two hormones increase heart rate and blood pressure to prepare for fight or flight. You are ready for survival, right? Then I'd like to focus on cortisol today. Now, in normal circumstances, cortisol try to create more energy, try to store more energy because stress is survival environment, right? If you feel stressed, that's emergency. You have to survive. You have to run away. That's why you need more energy. Cortisol tries to create more energy and more fat, okay, for survival. This is normal situation. This is just temporal reaction. What happens if people feel stress chronically? That's gonna be problem. What's gonna happen? If cortisol is secreted chronically, 24 hours, 7 days, 365 days, now body tries to store energy more and more and more for survival. Where does body store energy? Fat, right? That's why too much stress, chronic stress makes people fat very, very easily. And too much stress, chronic stress makes brain shrink. How come? If amygdala feels stress, amygdala sends order to hippocampus. Okay? Hey, hippocampus, this is emergency. You need to store this information as memory because you have to know this is emergency. Now hippocampus tries to store the stress as memory. Okay? Now hippocampus takes cortisol and there is glutamine. Glutamine is like a neurotransmitter that connects nervous cells more. Let's say this is nervous cells, then it bounds more. More bounding of nervous cells means more function because they can communicate more, right? That's the normal response. However, under the chronic stress, too much cortisol and too much glutamine break the cells of hippocampus. Now, hippocampus is going to shrink. Too much stress can be one factor for Alzheimer and depression. When your body feels stress, your brain needs to focus on the stress, right? Because that's emergency. You don't have to focus on other information like what is today's dinner, you don't need such an information under the stress. But if you feel chronic stress, your hippocampus can't take other information because it is focusing on stress information, right? Then hippocampus cannot take other informations and hippocampus is shrinking. That's serious problem, right? Now, the relationship between amygdala and hippocampus is collapsing. Amygdala keeps taking information. Now amygdala thinks everything is fear. Everything is emergency. Now more cortisols. Now it's gonna be problem. Okay, this is amygdala, cortisol, and hippocampus relationship. Now, you understand the mechanics of stress, okay? How stress makes people fat and hippocampus shrinks. How can you prevent or how can you beat stress? There are various ways that you can beat stress. If I have to say one thing, let's do exercise. It doesn't matter if you walk around, if you jog, if you do weight training. Many researches revealed exercise can reduce stress level. If you like to go walk, go for it. If you like weight training more than walking, go for it. Exercise is best prescription for stress. Okay, I can't emphasize enough. Exercise is such an important factor for health. In this video, I explained anatomy and function of hippocampus and amygdala, then how chronic stress can affect the obesity and stress reaction. Then exercise is freaking important to beat stress. If you liked today's video, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. See you next video.